Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to animate in Procreate 5. So I'm going to start with a blank canvas right here, and I'm just going to do a really quick lettering piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on Animate Assist by going into your settings panel, and then go down to Animate Assist and toggle it on. And then you'll see this toolbar pop up in the bottom of your screen. So this toolbar has a couple settings. So we have how fast the animation is with the frames per second. We have our onion skins, which are basically each layer, and it's kind of see-through with lower opacity so you can see where to trace. And then onion skin opacity. We have one shot, loop, and ping pong animation. We're just going to do loop because that's just going to loop my animation over and over again. And then blend primary frame and color secondary frames. We don't have to worry about those right now. But let me move this onion skin down to 50% because I like it better that way. And then let's get started. Okay, so I highly recommend starting with your finished piece. I don't recommend having a completely blank canvas and starting your frames because you need to be able to see your finished piece to know where you're going to trace in your animation, which is what I just did here. So you can add your frames from this toolbar down here, or you can add it from your layers panel because your frames are actually your layers. So layer 1 is frame 1, and that's how it works. Okay, so what we are going to do right here is start making our frames. So we have a blank layer 2 that I just made. So what I'm going to do is you're gonna see this onion skin of our final lettering right here. I'm going to trace just one part of the Y. So the way I'm gonna animate this is going to be similar to how you would hand letter. So I'm gonna animate it with each stroke. So each stroke is its own frame. So let's start with the first stroke. Okay, so that's frame 1, and we'll delete this final frame at the end. Okay, now let's do another one. Now we have to retrace frame 1 and then do frame 2. So I'm retracing this. Oops. Frame 2. And then for the next one, retrace it all. And then the next one, there we go. And then add another. And it gets a little cumbersome having to retrace everything, but that's just how animation works. So there we have the finished animation. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide this first layer because we don't need it anymore. And now we can go down and click play and kind of see how it looks. So it looks pretty good. It looks a little fast, so let's bring it down. Okay, that's looking much better. So see how I did each stroke as its own frame, so it kind of looks like somebody is hand lettering over and over again. I like that look because it looks more hand-drawn. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add some more decorations to this artwork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a color. Let's pick like a blue. And on this first layer, I'm gonna put some dots. So I'm going to start off with one dot there because I want the dots to look like they're showing up as each stroke is performed. So I have one dot there. And we'll go up to the next one and then do that one dot and then a second dot. And then go to the next one and do that one dot, second dot, whoops, second dot, third dot, like that. And then let's do those and then maybe add one right here. And then do those again, one right here. And then maybe do those again. And always remember to trace over them again, or it messes the whole darn thing up. Okay. Okay, so now that I have the dots there, we'll click play again and see how it looks like the dots are showing up as the strokes show up. That's kind of what I wanted. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very simple animation. And this one took, let's see how many layers, 8 layers. So this is pretty straightforward, but if you want to do more complex animations, like if you want lettering with a flower, or I have an animation I can show you that I did, lettering with a sun, that one took me about 2 hours to do. So they definitely take a while because you have to retrace and retrace and retrace and retrace. But if you want to do a simple one, you can totally do this. So before I show you that other animated piece that I did, let me just show you how to export this. So all you have to do is go to your settings, then share, then under share layers, you can either do animated GIF, animated PNG, or MP4. I like animated GIF because it loops, but you can do any of the 3. Okay, so let me show you the one I did just so you can get a feel kind of for what they can look like potentially. So this one, let's see how many layers we had. We had 34 layers, which means I had to retrace everything 34 times each stroke, so you can imagine how time consuming that was, but it came out pretty cool, so let me show it to you. So you can see how I made the rays of the sun also start to show up when the strokes show up. So pretty cool. You can do a ton of cool stuff with lettering. You can also use this specifically just for illustrating, but I kind of like the look of this. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching.